With the League of Ireland season kicking off there a few days ago, it's only right that I share with you one of my favourite stories from our own domestic league. The year is 2006. Headbutting Italians is still in vogue, and the League of Ireland and the Football Association of Ireland would merge to create a footballing coalition which would set in motion a prosperous future for the sport on this island. Anyway, the stipulation was that the league would be restructured and membership of the Premier and First Division would be decided by an independent assessment group organised by that boy John Delaney. The IAG were tasked with performing a financial stress test on all of the clubs, as well as grading them on all field criteria including attendance, infrastructure, governance, strategic planning, finance, youth development and marketing. Crucially, however, the clubs would also be assessed on their past 5 seasons record in the league. In typical League of Ireland fashion, these reasons basically meant that promotion relegation was rendered useless, and if a team had 4 awful seasons previous, it means that they wouldn't be promoted. Again, typically, Dublin City ceased operations halfway through the 2006 season. By the end of the season, Shelbourne had won the Premier Division.
I'm angry, Tony. I have to be honest with you. Even now, I can talk about how the club has been treated, what we've gone through, and all I can say is, Stephen Kenny, we've won it. So go on, go back to Scotland and get lost. Your behaviour was despicable as the manager. I thought you were a better man than that. Your behaviour over the last year has been despicable, and I don't think people talking about Stephen Kenny's a nice guy. Don't want people like that in the league. His carry on has been absolutely outrageous.
Shamrock Rovers had won the First Division. That's the First Division, and for the people in the back, they won the First Division. As well as that, Dundalk beat Waterford again in the playoff to get promoted. But then the IAG had to go and spoil it all. On the IAG league table, Shelbourne finished 4th. However, due to financial irregularities, they were demoted to the First Division, thus leaving another spot free in the Premier. According to the IAG, Dundalk's performances in the previous seasons meant that they didn't deserve their spot in the Premier. Instead, Waterford and Galway took the 2 available spots, and Dundalk supporters didn't take too kindly to the IAG's decision. One fan, known as Maxi, took matters into his own hands. Armed with a can of petrol, Maxi arrived at the FAI's offices at Merrion Square and threatened to torch the place. He poured the petrol over the Christmas tree, the furniture, the ornaments, as well as a bit in himself for good measure. His lighter, typically, did not have any flint in it. Maxi demanded to speak to John Delaney and the Dundalk manager John Gill. The Texaco-based hijinks lasted for 40 minutes until John Gill eventually got on the blower and talked some sense into the man, and he gave up the protest. Unfortunately, the process didn't lead to Dundalk gaining a place in the Premier Division and only led to Maxi receiving a 4-month prison sentence. Dundalk eventually reached the promised land of the Premier League in 2008, and they haven't done too badly since.
I'm angry, Tony.
This is the story of a 50 bike. No skins, no smokes, just a 50 bike. We've been trying all day for the 50 bike. On tick, just a 50 bike.